So I made a new world. We have lots of progress. I looted a nether portal, a ruined nether portal. So we got that. And I also made a bed with some sheep wool I found. As well, I killed 3 sheep. You know how it goes. None of them drop 2, which can sometimes happen. I'm not sure about that though. But yeah. Now we got this thing we can loot. Which, yeah, it has rounds. I've already watched this stuff before. It does always have rounds. It's one right there. Yeah, it's our spawn. And the question is, what does this have in it? Nothing. Is there something up there, or is it just... No, I don't think there's anything up here. Let's go that way.
I was about to descend from a 3,000-meter high signal tower when, just as I stepped onto the ladder, the screws suddenly came loose. In an instant, the ladder detached from the iron tower. Luckily, I was wearing a safety harness, with the other end of the rope connected to my best friend's thigh at the top of the tower. To rescue me from the dizzying height, my friend used the iron pillar's strength to pull the rope up bit by bit, while I cooperated by climbing up. Finally, after exhausting all our energy, I grabbed onto the remaining ladder, which was less than a meter long, temporarily escaping the life-threatening danger. But now, we faced an even bigger problem. With the ladder gone, how were we supposed to get down? Due to the high altitude, our cell phones couldn't receive any signal. However, my friend had a bold idea. She took off her bra, stuffed it into her shoe as padding, quickly typed out a distress message, put her
letting customers finally purchase a freshly
Yes, I'm watching YouTube. Well, TikTok shorts.
The shape goes into a shape press that presses the shape into a pressed shape.
Watch what... You know...
Welcome back to the Institution of Imagination and Inspiration, LLC. Sherry from HR. Bring Cat in the Hat to the boss's office right away.
Wow, okay, a meeting with my boss and my HR representative? How fun! Cat in the Hat. Every one of your assignments is a disaster. Ah! Nailed it. We're giving you one last chance, or you lose your stripes.
Without my hat, I'm just a...
You guys, we're here! I'm never gonna fit in here like I did at home. I know this is hard, but this is home now.
Let's see what we can do.
It's me! Yeah! I'm the Cat in the Hat!
Danger! Call the cops.
No, wait. Ooh, yikes. Okay, yeah, that is you. Let's get it started, all right? With clients today, you have to do more to impress them.
Why, hello.
I'm trapped in a bunker.
Here, I'm gonna do some off-camera stuff.
I bowled for 2 hours right next to her, and I laughed louder than I had laughed in months, while Talia kept glancing.
Yeah, I heard a noise behind me, and while I was making the base, yeah, that was weird. sounded like somebody pulled the electrical socket on that guy's base. Yes, I'm making jokes about stupid stuff. Don't judge me. Whoa. Oh yeah, it's probably from one of the add-ons I added.
Solve a math problem that refused to give her an answer. At one point, Noor rolled a strike, and I screamed so loud that Talia's entire group turned to stare at us. The chat that night was a full-scale meltdown. Talia accused every girl of telling me where they would be. One of them fired back that maybe Talia was the problem because she keeps outsmarting us and you keep making the same stupid plans over and over. Another typed, honestly, this is getting embarrassing for US, not her. Then Talia sent a voice memo that was apparently 2 straight minutes of her screaming about how I was ruining everything, and nobody around her was loyal enough to figure out how I kept winning. The group was fracturing right in front of me, and all I had to do was keep reading. Then one night, I opened my phone to check the chat, and it was gone. I refreshed the app, searched through every conversation, checked every folder, but there was nothing because they had finally removed me. I stared at the empty space where the notification used to live and felt my stomach drop. Now I was completely blind. I told myself it didn't matter because I still had Noor. But the next Monday at school, Noor was sitting at Talia's lunch table laughing at something one of the other girls said. She didn't even glance in my direction when I walked past. I sat at an empty table by the vending machines and ate my sandwich alone for the first time all semester while I watched them from across the cafeteria. Talia said something, and Noor threw her head back laughing in a way she used to laugh with me, and I had to look down at my food because it felt like getting punched in a place I didn't know existed. I told myself that Noor had probably been cornered into sitting there, that there was an explanation I couldn't see yet. But by Wednesday, Noor was walking to class with them and whispering in Talia's ear between periods like they had known each other for years. By Thursday, she was sharing earbuds with one of the other girls in the hallway, and when I said, "Hey Noor," she gave me this half smile that didn't reach her eyes and said, "Hey," back without stopping. By Friday, she was posting pictures with all of them and tagging Talia with inside jokes I didn't understand, and every single photo felt like a door closing in my face. The version of me that had felt so confident 2 weeks earlier felt very small and very stupid sitting at that table picking at a granola bar I didn't even want. I spent the entire weekend in my room replaying every conversation I'd ever had with Noor, wondering if she had been real with me or if I had just been desperate enough to believe anyone who was nice to me. I almost texted her twice on Saturday night, and both times I typed the whole message out and deleted it because I couldn't handle the idea of her not responding. By Sunday, I had convinced myself that Noor was probably in the new chat right now, laughing at me just like the rest of them. The following Tuesday, Noor passed me in the hallway between second and third period without a word, without even turning her head, but I felt something land softly in my open backpack as she brushed past. When I got to the bathroom, I reached inside and found a folded piece of notebook paper that said, "Watch your locker," in Noor's handwriting and nothing else. I stayed for a long time, standing in that bathroom stall with the door locked, and then smiled so hard my face hurt. The bell rang at the end of first period the next morning, and I could hear the noise before I even turned the corner. There was already a crowd packed into the hallway around what everyone believed was my locker. I pushed through, and the smell hit me before I could see inside, something chemical and rotten that burned my nose and made my eyes water. Everything inside the locker was drenched in brownish liquid poured over notebooks and folders and clothes, mixed with what smelled like a stink bomb cracked open and left to soak into every surface. People were covering their noses, some laughing nervously, others just staring, and a girl I barely knew looked at me with this pitying expression that made me want to disappear. I spotted Talia leaning against the far wall about 15 feet away with her arms crossed and this satisfied look on her face like she had been waiting all morning for this exact moment. She was watching me the way someone watches a movie they already know the ending to. Every person in that hallway was locked onto me. I looked at the dripping mess for a long moment. Then I turned, walked 3 doors down to the other locker, spun the combination, opened it, pulled out my own clean, untouched backpack, and slung it over my shoulder. I thought your locker's location was better, so I swapped with you yesterday. Hope your stuff is okay in that locker. I heard those stink bombs are impossible to get out completely, I said to Talia without raising my voice. Her whole face changed so fast it was like watching someone get the wind knocked out of them. She shoved past 3 people and looked inside the trashed locker. She pulled out her own jacket dripping with that brown liquid and held it at arm's length. Then she pulled out a soaked textbook, then a folder full of ruined notes. Her yearbook photos were curling at the edges. Her notebooks were swollen and warped beyond saving. She just kept pulling things out one after another, and every single item was hers. The hallway went dead quiet for about 2 seconds, and then the laughter started from somewhere behind me and spread through the crowd until it filled the entire corridor. She spun around looking for a single friendly face, but every person she made eye contact with was either laughing or holding up a phone. Not one of them moved to help her. You are actually insane. Do you understand that? You are a genuinely unhinged person, and everyone in this school is going to find out exactly what you did, she said with her voice cracking on the last word. What I did was switch lockers. What you did is the part everyone just watched you pull out of there with your own hands, I said. The laughter got louder. Someone behind me yelled, "Oh my God," and that set off another wave. She looked around one last time for any kind of lifeline, and that's when she saw Noor leaning against the wall right next to me with her arms crossed in the exact same pose Talia had been holding 30 seconds earlier. Talia looked at Noor, then at me, then back at Noor. Her face just fell apart as she realized that every move she made after removing me from the chat had gone straight back to the one person she never should have let in. Noor walked up to me after the crowd cleared. "You're welcome," she said. "You're terrifying," I said, and we went to get lunch. They made a group chat trashing me, so I joined it. I was sitting on my bed scrolling through my phone when a notification.
I love black people.
Okay, now give me a hug.
Mob what left
What's
the
up,
game?
I Apparently, the Reaper's about to take me out. I don't think so. This is their plain chicken tender. Sauce, pickle. Zero spice. Too easy. Next up, their light mild. Sauce, pickle. Still nothing. Keep it coming. Next up, mild tenders. Sauce, pickle. Juicy and awesome flavor.
When my appendix burst, my parents, my brother, and even my fiance are all too busy celebrating my sister's birthday. I'm outside the operating room, frantically calling. Every family member I can think of to sign the consent form, but every.
So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Bye. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'll continue next time. Bye.